From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, December the 2nd, 2021. Two Israelis who accidentally entered the city of Ramallah last night, which is part of the Palestinian Authority, had to be rescued by Palestinian Authority security forces. The two, upon entering the city, were surrounded by a crowd of Palestinians who set fire to their vehicle. The Israelis were safely extricated, the IDF said, accompanied by the Palestinian security forces in coordination with the security forces in the area, saying they were transferred by the Palestinian security forces to an IDF force at the focus checkpoint at the entrance to the city. The two Israelis underwent a medical examination on the spot and did not need to be evacuated to a hospital, and are now, the IDF said, being transferred for questioning by the Israel police as to how they ended up in Ramallah, which is part of Area A under the Palestinian Authority. The IDF said, "We emphasize that entry into Area A is prohibited and dangerous for Israelis." Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett spoke over the phone today with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and discussed the Iranian nuclear program, Bennett tweeted, among other matters. He said Secretary Blinken updated the Prime Minister on the talks in Vienna between Iran and the world powers. Bennett's office said the Prime Minister added to his remarks to Blinken that Iran was carrying out nuclear blackmail as a negotiation tactic and that this must be met, he said, with an immediate cessation of negotiations and by concrete steps taken by the major powers. Well, British police are investigating an incident that took place on the first night of Hanukkah. A video shows a group of men spitting, cursing, and threatening a bus full of Jewish young people celebrating the holiday on Oxford Street in central London. The Metropolitan Police said the incident is being treated as a hate crime. Board of Deputies of British Jews President Marie van der Zyl said, "We are appalled by the horrifying footage of Jewish people targeted on Oxford Street. We hope the police will swiftly identify and arrest those involved in this disgusting incident." The mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, strongly condemned the incident, which took place just days after he led a menorah lighting ceremony in Trafalgar Square. Khan said in response to the incident, "Anti-Semitism has no place whatsoever in society, and I utterly condemn these disgusting acts. No one should have to experience this." A menorah lighting was held in the White House last night. U.S. President Joe Biden was joined by First Lady Dr. Jill Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and First Gentleman Douglas Emhoff, who is Jewish, in a ceremony that was also streamed online for the public to attend virtually. President Biden said last night, "When we light this menorah in the White House, when Jewish families place menorahs in their windows, we are proclaiming liberty and showing that there is still light. That little bit of light, wherever it is found, can dispel the darkness and illuminate a path forward." Vice President Harris said, "Every year, our family, like so many around our world, gathers to reflect on the lessons of the Hanukkah story, the power of the people, the possibility of the future." Also in attendance last night, Israel's new ambassador to the United States, Michael Herzog, and New York Senator Chuck Schumer, who tweeted, "As the first Jewish Senate Majority Leader in history, I was so honored to join the President, First Lady, Vice President, and Second Gentleman, and so many more for the White House menorah lighting tonight." Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, December the 2nd. At 7 o'clock, it's Talmud Study. At 7:30, Jonathan Tobin speaks with activist Elana Fishbein on Top Story from JNS. At 8:30, celebrate the milestone 20th Annual Gala of the IAJF, the Iranian American Jewish Federation of New York, at a live event featuring former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, Israel's Consul General of New York Asaf Zamir, IDF soloists, and more. At 10, Mark Golub sits with Charlie Harary on L'chaim. At 10:30, a replay of the lighting of the 5th candle with the late Fyvush Finkel. And tomorrow, catch the lighting of the 6th candle of Hanukkah here on JBS with Gil Chovav at 5 p.m., followed by a look at this week's Torah portion by Rabbi Shlomo Riskin, and then, of course, live services from Central Synagogue and the Hampton Synagogue. I will be back with a news update on Monday. And a programming note for you for Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Join us here on JBS for a live program from Central Synagogue with the World Union for Progressive Judaism as cantors, rabbis, kids, and community members from around the world share songs, blessings, and insights into the miracles of Hanukkah. On Many Candles, One World. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, December the 2nd, 2021. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well, and wishing you an early Shabbat Shalom and a happy Hanukkah.